Hello, I am Kusum.
Your Kusum. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. I was just going off the
Display
name.
name is Umesh na. That's why
Okay. All right, Kusum. How are you doing today?
I am good. And you?
I'm doing pretty well myself. Thank you for asking. It's been a lovely day. There is a lot of joviality in the air. There's a lot of jubilance because of Durga Puja being, celebrated around these
Yes.
parts. So it's an occasion of merriment and of enjoyment. So that always perks me up. And apart from that, yeah, life is going hunky dory. So can't really come. So this is our first time meeting, I think, Kusum. We've never had the pleasure of speaking to each other before, right?
Yes, I earlier schedule a book a session, but I think some reasons you cancelled.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize for the
No,
inconvenience.
no issue.
Uh, it's always a delight to meet new learners on the platform, but sometimes matters get out of hand and you don't really
Yeah.
have an option. Exigent circumstances call for some unconventional approaches, and
Mm-hmm.
that is what happens. So I'm glad to finally meet you today, and
Yes.
so I think because this is our first time that we're actually getting the chance to speak to each other, it would
Mm-hmm.
be customary to have an introduction, right? To be
Okay.
acquainted with each other just a little bit before we proceed with the actual session. So I'll go ahead, I'll start, I'll give you a brief introduction of myself, and then you can tell me a few things about yourself as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so as you already know, my name is Abhishek Priyadarshi. I have been a communications coach and an English instructor for more than a decade now. I come from a small
Mm.
town in the state of Bihar, and in my leisure time, I love listening to Hindi classical music. A little bit of Bollywood music is also thrown in the mix, and interacting with people hailing from diverse cultural and professional backgrounds. That is also a keen interest of mine, which gets satisfied here very often because I get to see new faces like yours and hear new stories and fresh perspectives on a regular basis. So that is exceptionally rewarding. And yeah, that's all about me, apart from the fact that I'm glad to be a tutor for the evening. And whenever you feel ready, you may go ahead and do the honors now.
Okay. Great. Thank you for asking me. My name is Kusum Kumari, and I am a software developer. I have a 7 years experience in IT industries, IT industry, and I love to watch movies, web series, and cycling, and book reading,
Okay,
and yeah, that's it.
that's it. Where do you live, Kusum?
I live in UP. Actually, I am basically belongs from UP, and I also live in Greater Noida.
Okay, uh,
Yeah.
UP. All right. So where in UP do you belong to?
In From Balia.
From Balia. Okay, I've
Yes.
had a person, a gentleman from Balia who was a regular learner of mine. And
Okay.
yeah, so I've never been to the place myself, but I hear very lovely things about it. It has a remarkable historical significance. There are a lot of
Yes.
landmarks hailing from the time of the Indian Revolution for independence. A lot of
Hmm.
great freedom fighters came from Balia as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, so first thing you said, I belongs from Balia or I belongs from UP. Okay. So
Hmm.
this sentence is like it has two grammatical errors here. So I'm
Okay.
because most of my learners at least have some grammatical intuition. They have some grammatical instinct. And when I present them with a sentence that they have heard in, they are generally able to pinpoint, what was the error. So I'm going to give you the opportunity, first of all, to tell me what you think is wrong with the sentence. And if you are unable, I'll give you the feedback, right? So you said I belongs from UP. Okay,
I think I put S in belongs.
true. Yes, that was the most obvious error. Where should you put S?
Belongs.
No, like where this is not where you should put S, right? Because you are starting the sentence with I. So in which case should you put S?
Uh, when we when we talk about second person like he she, then we that
You should add.
Work we can denote as is es or s.
Great, great. Yeah, exactly. So the name of the person was wrong, but yes, essentially you understand the rule. He, she, it is third person singular,
Okay,
right?
third person
Second
is yes.
person is you. First person is the speaker. Second person is the person listening, you, or
Third
you
person
all.
is
Yes, third person singular. We add s, right? And the other
okay.
thing was from, the preposition. Okay, with belong. If you use the word belong, right, then you don't add from. Okay, can you guess
Okay.
which preposition you should add?
Two.
Yes, excellent. See, I was right. You were able to tell me what mistakes you made. You were able to correct the mistakes also by yourself without my help. Great going. So the problem is, I think that you are confusing two different sentence structures. One is I am from UP, right? So
Okay.
there you don't use belong, you use am, like I did. No,
Hmm.
I am from a small town in Bihar. This is what I said, right? So either you use belong to, or you don't use belong and use from, right? I am
Okay.
from. Either of those would be correct, but if you mix them up, then that becomes incorrect syntax, right?
Okay.
So tell me, Kusum, how many sessions have you attended on the platform so far?
Two sessions. This is my third sessions.
Oh, okay. So you are a relative newcomer here.
Yes.
So let me congratulate you on becoming a part of the English Yari family. Let me welcome you. Let me be one of the first people to welcome you here. I hope that we'll be able to assist you in your learning goals and really transform your speaking style and elevate it to such a degree that you would feel comfortable in expressing yourself in all circumstances. So
Thank you.
how far, like two sessions is not enough to actually give an evaluation about whether this is something meant for me or not, this is benefiting me or not. But two sessions, I think, is kind of enough to give you a gut feeling, whether this is going in the right direction or not, whether this is something that is in my wheelhouse, something that would help me attain my goals, or
Yes.
kind of make a roadmap to attaining those goals. So, what does your gut tell you?
Actually, my communication problem is, I understand very well when you are speaking and any other person is speaking. So communicate, then I will understand properly. But now problem is I can't speak in English. When
Oh,
it's my turn, I switch in Hindi.
okay, all right. So that is not a very unique problem. A lot of people have that problem. I think.
Yes.
So, where was your schooling from? Was it from a CBSE school or a Hindi medium
Yes.
school or what kind?
I have done my education from CBSE board from Delhi, and my college was Open University,
Okay, okay. So you were
and my school is a government way, basically Sarvodaya Vidyalaya.
okay. So, but the board was CBSE only, right?
Yes,
For
board
class
was
10th
CBSE.
also, for class 12th also. So that means that you have been studying English, but the thing is that you have not been in an environment.
Yes.
You have had a working familiarity with English because all of your books were in English. Whether it were for science or arts or whatever subject, your books were at least in English. You had to attend you had to take the
No, actually, my books are all in Hindi. Only English is.
oh, okay.
But
I
when I started na BCA or MCA,
hmm,
then I got all book in English. So it was a very trouble at that moment to read all books read in English and also attempt exams all exams in English. So in my first semester, I got a many subject, all subject in back.
oh, okay. It must have been an uphill battle for you. It must have been a very, very
Yeah.
difficult and arduous journey for you to transition from Hindi books to.
Yeah, actually, my stream was arts, and I switched in BCA, computer science.
Oh,
Then it is also hard for me. I I prepare more. I learn in a day 12 to 14 hours. for,
Mm.
because I got in all subject backs, and someone asked me which subject you have cleared. I told I cleared English or one business studies. So speak lie because for like protect my image
Okay.
to
Okay.
others.
You
But
kind
I
of
clear
avoid
in,
embarrassment.
yeah, clear second and third semester
Mm.
all exams.
Okay, great. So you found some adversity in your path and you were able to conquer it, albeit with some effort on your part. It must have been again, it must
Yes,
have been an uphill battle. I think it would have been a Herculean task for you, actually, very difficult. Actually, I can't imagine being in your shoes and going through that process because I don't know what I would do. So again, okay, so
thank
now we
you.
are getting to the bottom of the problem, right?
Okay.
So still, you started your college education with English books, so you had a working familiarity with English. At least started, it started there, and then it has been at least 10 years, I would say, since you started your. You said you have 7 years experience. How many years you said?
Yes, 7 years experience, but from and like last semester of BCA, I started my job in as a software engineer.
Okay. So yeah, so to a semi-English environment, you have been introduced.
You can say it 8 to 9 years
English
in
has been a
English.
part of your life.
Yes,
No. Okay. So yeah, most people who read English books or have to type emails in English have to speak sometimes, with their superiors or with their teachers in English. They develop a working familiarity with English. But the thing is, you do not have the opportunity, I think, to have extended exchanges, very lengthy conversations or interactions with people in English. So
yes,
you did not get the chance to speak a lot. And that
yeah,
is why your verbal prowess did not develop as it should have. So basically that is the reason why you understand
mm,
English and but you are unable to speak it very well or with confidence. It's just the matter of practice. You have read so much English, so you
yes,
understand, right? But you have
yes.
not spoken a lot, and that is why you have difficulty, encountered
Yeah.
difficulty more than
Uh, I am actually in starting. I was not. I was not thinking like English is much important. I thought I am good enough in my career. So मतलब we can say कि companies will tolerate if my English is मतलब is bad, but I have a capability to develop or solve any real problem. So
Hmm.
I thought कि they ignore if my English is bad.
Hmm.
Because I was clear my interviews. So but in some years I thought I face challenges.
Hmm.
Like I have a 7 years experience and I am not a beginner or
Hmm.
not a fresher in
Hmm.
this industry. So
Yes.
they expected good enough in my skills and as well in communication.
Hmm.
So I am facing challenges. So I wake up and I take action for that.
Great. So you got a reality check basically.
Yes.
You found out that your expectations were not in line with reality basically. So yeah, if you
Yeah.
have, this is the sad reality of the industry today. Even if you are highly qualified in matters of technical skill, you will not be, considered for promotions. You will not be considered for more positions with managerial responsibility, as a team leader, anything that requires managing people, you will fall short because you don't have communication skills. It becomes
Yes.
kind of very, very crucial for a clear progression of your journey if you want to climb the corporate ladder, so to speak, right? So,
Yes.
anyhow, better late than never. In Hindi we say "der aaye durust aaye," and that is in English we say better late than never, right?
Yes.
So anyhow, yes, now you realize the importance, and now you have started working with determination, with perseverance, with a lot of focus, I think, and some time. Obviously, this thing does not happen overnight. It's a very, very slow process. Learning to read English is easy, you can do it by yourself. Learning to understand, learning to write even is not very difficult. You can do all of that by yourself in a relatively short amount of time. But the
Yes.
speaking, this is kind of tricky. It requires a lot of practice, and I think the most important problem, or the most arduous problem, that people in India face is the lack of opportunity or the environment where they can get some practice of speaking English on a daily basis. And that is
Yes.
what makes the problem even trickier, right? Or the progress even slower. So that is, I'm just giving you again the real assessment of the scenario before you, and you should be aware of these limitations and find workarounds. Because here, for example, you have started your journey here with us. We will let you speak. We'll give you a platform. We'll give you some, for every class you'll have session notes. You'll have something to learn about, some terms, a way to express yourself, some insights about construction and pronunciation and things like that. All of that will be contained. Teachers will also give you feedback. We'll light the way, so to speak. We'll show you in which direction you should proceed, right? But
Yes.
practice will not be able to give, because the sessions are only 25 minutes long. And even if you attend daily sessions, so the teacher will also speak, you will also speak, you will get like 15 minutes of practice. So one of the most important things, if you want to grow exponentially in a short amount of time, you should
Okay.
definitely find some avenue in your personal or professional life to practice English for at least an hour a day. That would be my minimum. Okay, if you have a friend, for example, who you speak almost daily with, or if you have a colleague at work who you interact with a lot, and someone who would understand the mutual benefit of speaking in English, having conversations in English,
Okay.
so they might be able to give you practice. If everything else fails, some learners have told me on this platform about applications such as CV or One Talk, where you have a paid subscription, and after that you will be paired up with random strangers on the web from different countries who also
Okay.
are there to learn English, learn to speak and practice. So kind of your objectives will align, and therefore you can practice with them in your free time, your downtime, right?
Okay.
So, but yes, this is something that you'll have to do apart from the session, right? Practice is a must. I don't think I have to reiterate or emphasize the importance of practice. For everything you require practice in life, right? And for English, even especially spoken English, even more so. Okay. All
Okay.
right. So, what do you think, according to you, and according to some of the tutors that you have met here, what do you think are your biggest challenges when trying to speak English?
Actually, na, when I am speaking, na, so in my mind, sentence is frame in Hindi. At same time, we don't have enough time to give answer. Na? So I can't convert that sentence into English, and sometimes I also trouble in making sentence.
Okay. I can see that. So, first of all, I would also advise
Yeah.
that, just a second, that you consume some English, either literature, but I would suggest even better, like, to consume English content on a daily basis. This thing, the issue that you mentioned,
Hmm.
this impediment that you mentioned about thinking in Hindi first and then translating it into English, is a very lengthy and complicated
Process.
process. It takes up time, and you don't have that time because you have to speak on the fly. You have to, at the drop of a hat, you have to construct another sentence. You have to keep the conversation moving fluidly, so it
Yes.
becomes a bit of a hassle in that process. So anyhow, I think in order to start thinking in English itself, you have to hear English a lot. Okay, because we don't hear a lot of English, in our daily lives. That is what stops us from kind of thinking instinctively at least some simple sentences like, yeah, I don't want to, simple sentences like, yeah, I would love to do that. Something simple. Even these kind of sentences, we have to think a little bit if we have not heard these kinds of sentences a lot in our life. If you hear something a lot, then it becomes like part and parcel of some section of your memory. so you can easily
Okay.
access it and utilize it without going through the complete translation process. So do you watch any English movies or any English web series or anything?
Actually, I watch, but mostly there is a different languages, and I read subtitles,
Sure.
and
So using subtitles is fine. So
yeah,
you watch in English and you use subtitles.
yes,
Right. What kind of, you said that you are very interested in watching movies and web series earlier.
yes.
So
Actually, I watch mostly Korean movies or series, so there is a their native language,
so that
and
will not really help you out.
yeah.
That
So I switch English on English content English movies, and they already speak in English, and there is also subtitle.
ah,
If I am not understanding some words, so I can read subtitle.
that will be more in line with the objective, that you are
Yes.
aspiring to. So can you mention any web series, native English web series that you have started watching, or a recent movie that you watched? Maybe I might have heard of it.
Uh, Actually, recently I watching movie, but I not remember name.
Okay. Do you remember the name of the stars or the plot, or where, in which era?
Actually, I watch randomly, no, so I don't know about.
You have.
Basically, it was a thriller movie.
Okay. Okay. That
So
is all the information. So then I won't be able to guess. But anyhow, okay, the
next
movie.
time I remember I write the movie's name.
Sure. And I think you're not, like, it has been some time since you have watched that movie. Because if you had watched it recently, the memory would be fresh in your mind. And I think you would be able to answer. So, do you remember when you watched it? Has it been more than a week?
Yes, I think 50 days ago, 20 days ago.
3 days ago, right? So
Yeah.
you have to develop a habit of consuming English content on a daily basis. Like if you pick one web series, for example, that suits your sensibilities, that floats your boat, that is attuned to your taste, so you can get some entertainment out of it also, so that you
Mm-hmm.
keep coming back. It will not just be an exercise for like studying or just for
Mm-hmm.
educative purposes. It will be a kind of, you'll benefit in both ways. You will get entertained also, you'll learn something also. So but yes, pick something that you'll be interested in watching, and like watch one episode at least per day, like at least half an hour, right? And
Okay.
you can practice shadowing technique, for example. Do you know what shadowing technique is?
No.
So shadowing technique is very simple, just copying what you hear. Okay. So if the person says one sentence, you have the subtitles in front of you, you pause the video, and then you try to say the same thing in that manner. Okay. So this kind of really transfers the information bit by bit into your brain, and you become more used to saying that. You practice speaking while you are watching, right? So it gives you double benefit. So
Okay.
10-minute video will become like a 30-minute exercise if you start practicing shadowing. Okay, so just hearing, reading, and repeating. So this way your pronunciation will also improve. So this is a very good technique that you can practice. And also that you, whenever you find something unheard of, if you find some unfamiliar expression or some term or some vocabulary word that you are not, conversant with, that you've never seen before, or you have a vague understanding but you don't know how to use it yourself, always
Mm.
note it down, right? From now onwards you have to start on a journey of collecting information, right? You have to maintain a diary for yourself where you note down all of these expressions that you want to add into your vocabulary, right? And be
Okay.
able to use them on a daily basis. The problem of, for example, blanking is a very common problem with a lot of beginners. They'll want to say something but they will go blank, they will not be able to find the right words. And I'm
Yes.
sure this must happen to you also. And
Yes.
the primary reason for this happening is a limited vocabulary. So, like, I have been working on my vocabulary for a very long time. So, for almost any word, I have at least two or three substitutes in my mind. So, even if I forget one word, another word will enter in my mind. My brain will present me on a silver platter some other word that can act as a substitute. So,
Okay.
blanking is kind of, circumscribed, it is avoided. Okay, so that does not happen. So yeah, start doing that also. It will be, and again, it will be educational, and it will be entertaining as well. Okay, so this I think you should do on a daily basis. Now, because we are very short on time, so I'll tell you a little bit about what mistakes you did. Okay,
Okay.
while you were speaking. So you, first of all, you said a sentence. Again, I'll give you the opportunity to tell me what is wrong with the sentence. You tell me. Okay. You said I was clear in my interviews. Okay. Or I was clear my interviews. I think you did not say in. You said I was clear my interviews. You
Yes.
were saying that companies would not care whether you don't have at par communication skills, because you have technical skills. So because I was clear my interview. So what is wrong here?
Cleared. Okay, it should be cleared.
Yes, it should be cleared, but there is another problem, bigger problem.
I cleared my interviews. I
Yes,
cleared interviews.
yes, very good. So you don't need was there, right? At all. You will need was if you are framing a sentence of past continuous tense, for example. I was eating, right? So V4. If you use V4, present in present you will use is am are. In past you will use was there, right? Other
Hmm.
than that, you would use was if you were using an adjective instead of a verb. Here you were using a verb, clear, right? But if you were using an adjective, for example, qualified,
Hmm.
qualified is not a verb, it is an adjective. I am qualified. So if I was qualified, there you will use, for past tense you will use was, right? But here you don't need. So you can say I cleared my interview, or if you want to use the, I think the more appropriate tense to use here would be the past perfect tense. The companies would not care because I had cleared my interviews, मैंने कर लिया था, right? कर लिया
Okay.
था जब भी हम लोग बोलते हैं. I'll give you a very small trick. Okay, अगर the sentence in Hindi, if it ends with a, for example, मैंने कर लिया, गया, या फिर खाया, पिया,